Hi guys, so it finally happened. Tesla actually completed their sexy lineup. So you have the S, the 3, the X, and now the Y. So what happened at the unveil of the Y? Well, it started with a long history lesson of Tesla, with the whole lineup being shown. So the S, the 3, the X, the Roadster, and the Semi. And then Elon brought out finally the Y. And I have to say, to me, for the few images that I've seen, because the configurator is already online as well, we'll go through that in just a minute, but it looks better and more proportional than the Model 3 for me. I always had a problem with the Model 3, with the hood or the nose being too low, and it's kind of a bubble on top of it, and the proportions were somehow just not right, to my taste at least. And yeah, with the Y, they actually fixed that, so it is, in my opinion, looking a lot better than the Model 3. Now let's look at some specifications of what we have here. So besides the fact that it looks a lot like a Model 3, it has the same front as the Model 3. Haven't seen the rear yet, but it has the same front there. It has no chrome on the door handles or on the window sides, like a Model S or a Model 3. Maybe that was a wrap, maybe it's going to be deliberate, I don't know. But it looked kinda good with the chrome deleted. It also has the same interior as a Model 3, so with the center screen, no binnacle in front of you. So again, as Elon stated, about 75% of this car is the same as a Model 3. It has a basic 5-seat configuration, but there's a 7-seat option. Now, I haven't seen the 7-seat option. I'm not sure if they're going to show it on the event, but I don't think you'll have any luggage space left if that's a 7-seat configuration. So yeah, it might be good as kind of a people carrier, but it's not going to be good to go on a trip with more than 5 adults, or 2 adults and 3 children. We'll have to see, because the trunk is a good, let me check, 66 cubic feet of storage. So yeah, that's 1.9 cubic meters. So that's not a whole lot, but again, this is a lot smaller car than a Model X, and there's no way you can actually get to the same cargo capacity. That's only natural, so I don't see any issues there. The drag coefficient, that is extremely low. It's 0.23. If you know that the Model X is a 0.24 and the Model S is a 0.21, and it was a 0.24 with the old Model S, with the old cone, the nose cone. The new Model S, that is a 0.21 drag coefficient, so it is going to be extremely efficient on the road, so that's good. Elon also said that this was going to be a sports utility vehicle with really sporty characteristics. So it is an SUV that's going to drive like a sports car. I think that's how he said it. And from the stories that I heard from the Model 3, how it rides, I haven't had a chance yet to test one out totally, but I kind of believe him. It is going to ride a little bit harder than the Model X, of course, and it's going to ride less luxurious than a Model X, which is only normal, I guess. So no issues there again. 300 miles or 482 kilometers of estimated EPA range. So that is close to what my P100D can do. I think I have about 350 miles EPA range officially, but I can do 450 kilometers on that. So 400 kilometers should be doable with the Model Y in the real world. So that's good. It also has the panoramic roof that is comparable to the Model 3. I said 75% is the same. It will have full autopilot and full self-drive features, which Elon Musk reiterated once more that it is going to be feature complete by the end of this year. That does not mean that it's going to be rolled out by the end of this year. It's just going to be feature complete, and feature complete means that the features are there and it needs some tweaking, a lot of testing and probably some tweaking as well. So yeah, we'll see how far that rolls out or when that rolls out to the fleet. Of course, full self-drive will require huge changes in legislation in all different countries, and it's going to be different legislation and different, how should I put it, different time frames on when something is changed in a specific country. Now, in the presentation, Elon Musk stated, or the slide that he showed stated, that the standard range would be available early 2021 and everything else would be available in the fall of 2020. So that's a year and a half from now. But if I look on the website, and I see the same thing in the US, but on European websites it already says early 2022 for Europe. So yeah, we'll have to wait again for about 3 years before we will see the car in our streets in Europe, or probably China as well. As for pricing, so the standard range, which will come later of course, because they want to grab the cash from the higher end cars to support the production line and the development costs and everything. But that's going to be $39,000, right? Remember, for you Europeans that are watching, that is without the sales tax. So you need to add roughly for Europe about 20% to that number, and then some import taxes as well. So between 25 and 30% you need to add on that price. The long range will be 47,000. The dual motor 51,000, sorry, and the performance version will be 60,000. Now the performance version will go 0 to 60 in 3.5, the dual motor 4.8, the long range in 5.5, and the standard range in 5.9. Now Tesla holds true to his words. Tesla does not make any slow cars, right? 5.9 in a standard car is bloody quick. Right, so you'll never feel slow off the line or within traffic. You'll have plenty of torque, which is naturally the advantage of having an electric car. Now in the meantime, the configurator is also online, and if we look into the configurator, then we can already see the prices for Europe as well. So let's dive into it. If you look at the long range battery, that will be a 56,000 euro base car. Right. The long range all-wheel drive will be 60,000 euros, and the performance will be 69,000. If you look into the next thing, which is the exterior, the same colors apply here as for the Model 3 and the Model S, and the same wheels as for the Model 3 as well. Going into the interior, then the 7-seat interior will be 3,200 euros, which is kind of strange when they say 7-seat interior available in 2021, when they say that the car is going to be available early 2022 on the Belgian website. I guess they forgot to adjust that little part. But anyway, that means if you spec out a full option with autopilot, with full self-drive, performance car, then you end up with a total cost of 84,380 euros, and that is kind of the base price where the Model S lies nowadays. So it is going to be a top spec Model 3 or a top spec Model Y compared to the base car for a Model S or a Model X. So there you go. This is my first impression of the Model Y. So the event is just over. Only saw what you guys saw on the rest of the video. But yeah, for me, I reiterated again, the Model Y is looking a lot better than the Model 3. I think the proportions and the ratios are a lot better there. And yeah, maybe I can convince my wife to buy a Model Y. I don't know. We'll see. It's still an expensive car, so we'll have to wait for the standard range anyway to be able to afford that privately. But we'll see. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed the Model Y. And see you guys next time. Bye bye.